Isn't it amazing how food, just like movies, can tell a story or give you a certain feeling? Just like how Juwan was spooked by the facehuggers in Alien, Covenant or Yuna relished in the iconic scenes of The Godfather, the plating of a dish can evoke emotions too. You know what's funny? I decided to level up my cooking game and enrolled for advanced food plating classes with Chef Liu, who is a master in food artistry. The first lesson was breathtaking. Chef Liu turned simple ingredients into poetry right there on the plate. It's like he paints with flavors and textures. It's truly art. I can't wait to be able to tell my stories, to create my foodscapes. Today in class I met Olivia, another student in the course. She has an interesting perspective on food, almost treating it like it's a character in a book. The conversation turned to horror movies. Imagine that in the middle of a culinary class. The creativity is buzzing, you know? Got me wondering if I could recreate an edible anglerfish dish. How cool would that be? You could say it's inspired by the chat we had with Juwan and Yuna earlier. It's a wild idea, but hey, I love a good challenge, right? Speaking of challenges, it's back to the kitchen for me. There's this new complex sauce I've been itching to try since class ended. A little twist on the traditional mother sauce. Promise to let you know how it turns out. Ah, the magical world of food. It genuinely feels like stepping into another galaxy sometimes. You know what's funny? Just as we chefs obsess over getting the perfect temperature in our ovens, turns out it's the same for sleep, too. I've been on this crusade for better sleep, right? Making my room more sleep-friendly. Yeah, aiming for that dreamy, celestial ambience. Even started using this new sleep assistance app, and boy, it's been a bit of a revelation. There's this entire community there, and they've been really helpful. Ran into this guy, Ethan. We had a bit of a disagreement about sleep routines. I think his views were a bit strict for me. I mean, not everyone can hit the lights out by 10 each night, right? There's this meditation coach, Zoe. She's like the Gordon Ramsay of sleep minus the shouting. Seriously, she's really good. Makes the whole drift into sleep feel like you're diving into a warm, cozy cloud. Speaking of diving, heard from Juwan today after his Mantyan hike. He used this energy gel, Exagel. Sounds interesting, huh? I mean, could be good for a long day in the kitchen or free diving down Busan's coast. Worth a shot, right? Yuna's getting some for her next dive too. Imagine if it could make you swim faster. You know, speaking of trying new things, Juwan hasn't given the new BTS album a spin yet. Can you believe that? Trust me, once he does, he'll be humming along in no time. He's more of a Blackpink dude, but like I said to Yuna, challenge accepted. Let's make him a fan. Imagine Juwan doing the boy with love dance moves. Now that would be a forever memory, wouldn't it? Ah, I've got this elusive pasta recipe on my mind. It's been a while since I dished out something new. Plus, you know, ever since I started these sleep routines, I've been waking up feeling kinda charged. Fewer sleepless nights, and more dream-filled ones. I swear I could cook this new anglerfish pasta dish in my dreams too, given how much I think about it. When it turns out to be a hit at the restaurant, I'm gonna ask Juwan to do a BTS victory dance. Welp. Anyways, the dough's calling. Laughing at Juwan's future embarrassment should get me through the night's cooking, don't you think? Take care, friend. Till next time. You know what's amazing about wood? It's like pasta. You can shape it, mold it, and turn it into something that's as functional as it's artistic. That's what I've been up to recently, you know. Got on this wave where I've been handcrafting kitchen pot racks and utensil holders using scrap wooden pallets. Who knew that I'd uncover a new kind of affection for my kitchen? It's like playing football with a different sort of ball. Oh, I took the boulder-shaped foothold concept from bouldering, transformed it, and voila, I had my very own DIY kitchen organizer. Isn't it funny how inspiration truly has no bounds? You wouldn't believe it, my friend, but David, this DIY mentor I ran into, wasn't too pleased with my designs. But it didn't bother me. It's part of the learning process, and every great cook knows that nothing great comes out of the oven without a few burned meals. So the best thing for me is to keep trying, Keep improving, just like we do in the kitchen, right? I couldn't keep this little adventure to myself, shared it with Yuna and Juwan in our chat. Guess what they said? They were surprised and impressed, and it felt good, just like landing the perfect bake on a sourdough loaf. Juwan also shared about his stuff with NVMe SSD or something. Guess every one of us has got our little nerdy sides. I mean, look at me, totally geeking out over kitchen racks and utensil holders. Tafoiso. Anyway, Juwan and Yuna may not share my affection for kitchen aesthetics, but we do share our love for Squid Game, though they're running a tad behind on catching up. Can't wait for us to get on that discussion train once they're done watching. While we're talking TV shows, isn't it fascinating how just like chefs and food lovers, directors and actors craft these stories that can keep millions around the world captivated and hungry for more? Speaking of hunger, Yuna mentioned something about the anglerfish pasta experiment of mine. I think it's time I honor that promise. Funny enough, I've been feeling the need to get back to my roots, the kitchen. Gotta create something tangible and edible after the woodwork tinkering. Time to put on that apron and pulverize some pasta dough. Wish me luck, my friend, because chefs are just like athletes. We don't stop till we nail it.